You're watching GH today on GH1 TV 727, and let me tell you a little bit about the Dome-Kwabenya constituency, because that's where Queen Bee is today. So it's a constituency in this Greater Accra region. It was born in 2004 out of the Ghana North constituency, when the EC decided to increase the seats were increased from 200 to 230. So Ghana North was split into two, and then you had Dome-Kwabenya and Abokobi. So this particular constituency where we are at is located in the Ghana East District of the Greater Accra region, and there are three electoral areas: Dome-Kwabenya as well as Agbogba. So if you live in those areas, we'd like to hear from you on this show. What are the issues that are bothering you that you need to be sorted out? Now, let me give you some political background to this particular constituency. So this is a seat that the MPP can claim that it has absolute control over. Since its creation, the MPP has maintained a firm grip on the Dome-Kwabenya constituency. So in 2004, we had the Honorable Michael Quay. In 2008, he was there as well. And then from 2012, we've had the lawyer from the MPP, Ajwa Safo, who is the current MP on the ticket of the MPP for that particular constituency. So, base-wise there this morning, we'll be hearing from her pretty shortly. If you live in that area, Dome-Kwabenya, Agbogba, Taifa, Hacho, you want to be sending us your concerns on 0288 500 600. That's the number, the WhatsApp number, 0288 500 600. The hashtag is GH Today or hashtag EIB Election Hub. Let's go straight to the area and find out where Queen Bee is and what the issues are. Queen Bee, what's buzzing?
Well, King Kev, good to hear from you again. So I'm still at the Dome Crossing area. And very well said, the background that you have given ahead of me coming in. But let me just make one correction, though. The MPP isn't claiming to have a firm grip on this constituency. But if you speak with the pollster, Ben Efson, he will tell you that this is a safe area for the NPP. So, indeed, there are suggestions as well that the incumbent member of parliament has been a bit complacent, considering the fact that this is an MPP kind of stronghold, if you like. You know that at the last election, Ajwa Safo won by a margin of 20,000. You know, so hopefully if we're able to get a hold of Ajwa Safo, we're going to be asking her if indeed she's been complacent, or probably because she thinks that the area is more of an NPP constituency than most of the other, constituencies. But I've been joined by some residents, some constituents of this particular area, Dome Crossing, and they are going to be sharing with us what their issues are.
All right, okay.
Eja Michiao, Mepacho Uding Edison.
Within the Abraham Yakon.
Abraham Yakon. Mepacho, in Fiesen, na what's na area ha? And now what's important?
Maybe to go, but crossing Halami Juma.
Aha na oye Juma. Maybe out in the constituency no home boy.
Aha.
Na in Fiesen na what's na?
Matra have 25 years.
25 years. It's Dome-Kwabenya. Ude yen fan say from 2004. Ebesin ne. And it's sign ben na we who constituency mo ha.
Oh, it's the same who say I'm say Niama Koso have fine.
Niama ben sa na ekoso me pacho bobi so chere me.
Okay, first I ba ha no na even yesterday na no ye road na ye rough road by say no when say why bibia.
Why na why bibia?
This MP no ha no Ajwa Safo no wa hwe mo why bibia me.
It was a so ujina hey. Uni how bia constituency ha.
Ha na ha ke say won ye bridge na wa ha no.
Bridge ben.
Bridge ya ha.
We ye gata na da se no. Me pacho mo ha no e wo gata no hona ne sen.
So kakra he na big am say bridge no so. Tell say wo bu bridge na wo ye nkase. Ti so kakra pe na you crossing here na ba ye so dan mu na ye fi na de.
That is say so twice muntu me cry
nton ade. You tum cry mfa ha. Even say to pa car cry ntumi cross ha.
Can say sem mo niam.
Say niam.
Ma enti I maybe I say so mo nim say so meto na say so no start ya pe no must start say niam.
And then you start a pack in niam.
Enti 25 years after this whole ton ade wa he. This is what the situation has been the whole time. They be an so to eba most stores no mo. And I say mo niam.
Say niam.
Impanyinfo na wo area ha no den na won e ka kire mo. Wo say Ajwa Safo ya ade. You can say from 2012. nyama bang or promises say or be lobby our parliament at the constituency ha.
Oh, Oba no, Oba trust fans on the Oba trust unche na makweku no so.
Yes,
but Oba no, Oba no why a boreholes ni nyama bi di aboa amafo wo dome aha no. Tim dey say so far so position no, em say jama facility say so nya no onya ne sa but upon modern say obutuma aboa constitution. Tim dey say your friend there Obon home body.
Until Utuaba
next
month.
Metuaba
next month. And so now I say the me who near call.
Oh, the yes I who near call, but me there obi born home body there they say pushing what I say until me there and because me to massa to am no aboa yen. Kwakoso aboa yen.
Yo, mate. Me patrol enko my main sign call me papa you wanna member. Okay, but just before I come to you though, King Kav, I think that he's basically talking about the fact that well, the MP for the area seem to have done a lot for this constituency, according to him. I think the only big issue for them is the bridge behind me, where you see the taxis parked.
Right.
Apparently, when it rains, it's so flooded, it comes into the shops and kind of disrupts or brings to a halt business activities in the area. So that is kind of a summary of what he just said. I'm moving on to someone else who seems to have a lot of issues. Me patrolling the same.
Mr.
Ajimai. Patrol what's it? Mantemuha.
Me wo Kwabenya. Ba ha na me Ajimai.
We Ajimai wa. Ajimai ben na we wa ha.
Yeah, taxi driver.
We taxi driver. And two taxi can taxis na we che ho no. Me patrol no pe mo ha on the same.
Oh, how they bebre say na me nuan edi kan boss ho no. Ya tra ham fie bebre. Satan na kwen kura na rough road. Satan won't be kura ntwam fi St. Johnson ba.
In fie be saying.
Oh, be almost 20 years ni. Na nyame adom anam say Lawrence yes akwan ma yen. To ye dia fe na nsuo no agya yen ha kakra. Na so say na gota yi omoye gota yi Satan na nipa ennos say na say nipa na bedoso no ntia amagota no so efin no omodigu gota ni no nsuo to anani nyina ba be choko akire ntia be choko pe na say bufa ka kwan nim ka ha nyina timi yiri ama nipa kwa di ho anye nyina park ebi ya ka furu okura ba outside ha nti sa wo ha no na atames ba ye no obehu say there be anodin to ba be yamayin
nto oba ha
obai ono ade ne ebehwe sa gota no obehwe na chire no akoye no ada obeba ne obeba ochira na yentimi ho ba omu na sabe onya ne ba bi koye enti no asamni man owa ha no enso eboai ema nkrofo eba be ye sa gota nkakra gota no so mo ye kra no eni dira na ensuo no kese sa toye ene be sum half egum ma ye station no nyina ebubu enti say no amana beba da ho ma saying car kese kwa ba betom Guinness for car e ba betom eno ehun se mebre
nti ya dia ehamo ye
ayem papa
se ba ne sa wo se mo yi mo taxes ne ko hen
ya se yi ba eyi firi hokra be gina ba bi ko a ba bi a nsuo no entimi hayem bi
na che se e free sale start se wo chi taxi wa hanom be e ko 20 years ya wo kan ye na that has always been the problem.
That's it.
Nanti eden na me fan se Professor Michael Kwe abreso den and no be promise mo na den no wo ye
makoko ba ha ni e be kasa no ha no company no I say omo ba e be kasa omo nsan tu ho na mo biem no aja mo nsensemu sa anti no e wo mo
a man 2 times so
and yes
na mo wa rehemu say bi a second time no
obeye wow na odi wo mo chi sa oye wo ye be
it's we are disappointed
no
we're disappointed but still mo di my MP before because I just have to say
MP before they had the Dome-Kwabenya
and still problem no so that so ho
problem that so na akwese say wa ban ni so no say o say wo ye bibia wa ban ni so ayemwa
it's not me bisa no nti doesn't mean say MPP no a tradition ya wo motu mu nti no si wo mo ye adwuma no so mo anya adwuma no kra moto amomo
oh there be enya ni sa ye hwe wo wo nkan ko no kwani mu no ni ato ama nti say yi kufuo mo ba na ma metimi ama ye hwe a ye ntimi ntoma mo say ma ha ma so ba na wantimi anya hwe a ye ntimi ntoma because ye pempuntuo di sempuntuo no nkoso a ye ntimi nto emfa tumi bi anhya won sa
enti na opa chene say I just suffer for instance 2012 elections no we need because Mo feel say Professor Michael Kwe, even though when you're not buying the wason at the time or the marjuano, still no born home modding. And to no feel says, I'm not buying a bank on Bayan ye.
Sapa pepper.
Amy who passed over Casa, so one was some more how. A damn pa, MP, no, how many times some who know around her?
Oh, I do know a woman with me by a baby, Frashiwa near Becassa. Na you can't a problem then.
A woman saying, how often do you see her? How often?
Oh, Nancy,
election time, yeah, no, and yeah, I'm not surprised. Before election, no, Wabaha.
Election, before election, Wabaha.
Oba. Ain't no more to me, enya a chance, and any dinkit, and Mohau, near my hamo, Mantamuha. And a more catch, and I then all catch them.
You can't say, or better, no baby yet. Now, send your cigar or bed you will free a buy honor the baby, and no who asked them nine diamano. Intinema won't to me in your BB at the sandbag. Yan to your book, send Yamia Domina say, Yabba power. Nian and your demano.
If you say, and yes, I want known to me, and lobby me can lobby out as here. Unknown to me, and negotiate here now. Oh, also as MP dear. Me show some more at home because now would you be on the muscle bet to me, Akasama and Punto, you may be Abba, you know, more consistency.
Yes, oh no, it can be besides say. And Punto no bit me and Punto by a consequence. By or yebi. Why
or representing more parliament no. I am no parliament.
You in parliament.
When you send you see represent constituency or parliament. Nema ben sana or your parliament who feel say a beboa more constituency no.
Oh, Nema be at or your parliament a beboa and say or they your how no beko. Akwakoto wenim
san woye
oh
yeah sure
omotie no parliament o ene e oka e wo ho ba se na ebe ya aba ne be so na asem mo no so ebetimi aba be boy eno ne asem no
okay mini mi abe me be kasa na me sa me pese mi bisa mo hwa kwan be na ebetimi afa so ama ensesanye aba constituency no mo right. Okay, all right, King Kaf. So I think that my big boss here seem to agree with my first guest. Indeed, they seem to have a lot of, confidence and belief in the member of parliament. And they're thinking that should their government be in power, or probably should they be in tune with the government of the day, they could probably do even better for the constituency.
Right.
I'm moving on. The conversation continues, but kindly let me know if there's some questions that you want to pose as well to my guests here.
Okay, I'll look through my messages. I'll look through my messages, and then if I get any messages for you, I'll send them to you, Baswa.
All right, King Cap. You catch you one. Me patcho boarding chairman.
I from Kufia Japan. Mete Dome.
Ote Dome.
Dome-Kwabenya constituency.
Okay, me patcho anapay. Then a mawo enije as a constituent or as a resident of Dome-Kwabenya.
The mame eniji, the mame eniji na say already Yankopon ahwe Dome-Kwabenya constituency so. Hey MP papa e de amaye. Say the ana MP no so say bi wo hye ne djuma wo ye ne so a oye adwuma pa
adwuma ben sa na wo ye adwuma ben mo bobo bi so mo shedan kan bi titiri bi a waya ma mo e den pa na adwasafo ye ma constituency
first of all na ye kwan ye da ha na se bi nso to a be 5-6 hours na on free St John's in Dome closing ba se ni Yankopon adaroma e say me fa no say ya be ye kwan no guso ne 24 kasa ma say ya be ye kwan no ma ne ade a me den Yankopon ase ne ade titi waya me den Yankopon ase ho pa. And I feel so you call Muslims communities our two boreholes, baby pipes engineer, baby boreholes near the first mosque material now and yet easy say on being in so the aya sorry and so in Yankopon adaroma or money and so at the year sorry me fancy be a cost at the ama MP no.
You share a sanitation issues. In fact, Mijna hey no sense. Beloved that be family more issues with kind of saying drains, sanitation. How often ena ye famo bola no ema mo na mo ankasa so eba no sanitation e kind of simple trim. But how to sanitation as kind of sanitation constituency ha no. Only saying
had a constituency at the Dome dear bebrina efi no kre yankopon bebrina efi because even say in sota and sota obi agata obi abola wa no person be shegu gata nim enti maybe kra atwa me agata ni chokuma in so fa nipa be ba ko mienu bi in sota amenu ba enye easy
na nkofo no mo hwehwe nra no gugata mu no efo say dent no mo hwehwe gugata mu is it because omo yeso omo be fa bola na omo ma mefa omo say dent titru no problem no omo
be fa bola no me di ade wana man wodom yan say omo be fa bola be brain nam mantamu be brain nam mantamu om sa bola but because obey 1 Sydney 2 cedi e de akotua say bia o de kotua ma kana be fa bola ndi akono omo nye sade no no ma be hwegu bola mti no e ma na ama sent because isi ya okoye nim kakra bola bia menua ba egu on kwan na unu bola bia egu osia no ntimi hwempu
me do bola no ko because I cry bon
bola ne bon yie pa
me kwan na say e more of attitude nimpa na etemantamu ha no e no mu ndi omu huni enye say omo yeso omo fa nwura no na omo mfa
enipa na otemantamu ne ndi omu huni ana even yen assemblyman na yewo dome ya say no no ezen ko always be and check his bola no e be last na me twam no gina ho nem say omudi niema bi begu na ho ni choki ye che ho ni choki ye na ezen ka omu yo ogina ho san na o san free on ti bread bi kra me fan say watunu was MPP ni opeso oboa e masa gata no on the boy ya yi am say wo hwe woni mtin kram say na tie na egu ho no da bia car blue na adru ha nti eno so kan ho bi.
Okay, so all three of my guests agree or obviously have a lot of confidence in Adwoa Safo, incumbent member of parliament, but some of the major issues that they have put out or put across, like you rightly heard, the drainage issue here, the bridge behind me, sanitation problems as well. It's obvious that it is a new patriotic party, dominated area. But what can I say, King Kaf? The people are speaking, but we will definitely be moving, to another location. But I want to find out from my man here once again, indeed, what the health facilities, they have in this constituency are they serving the purpose for which they are here? How about education? All of those issues, basic issues that affects them as constituents in the area. Me pacho, may schools school.
School.
Kola was a mantemo ha no mutumi ko school send you also omoko.
Sir,
schools enough for
ha. Ahuchirenti. Bebre man ko school.
Okay, it's a problem na nyese schools ni bi ni ha.
There be school wa.
Na so nkofo ehuchire omo. It's no mutumi for mo ma enko school.
Sir.
Ejuma sem wo kromo ha na te sen. Because ejuma wo ho e na sem ye ejuma na menye sika sem betumi tua me be school fees.
Ejuma sem na me kan se ne oman na kwakodu no ama hochira ba.
Oman na he na akodu ama hochira.
Se ne
Pacho sunsun ai.
Oman mu ayedin no kwanya me ni. Enti se ne oman mu ayedin ama ahochira ba ebinom so. Ebi obi tiye obi nso ntiye. Na so se ne obi nya ne ba nkode meko school na so se na ahochire nti no na ontimi mfa ne ba nko school na konkotu school fees ebebre obi awo ba mienu miensa nan obi awo de ba ko ba ko na mienu pende akọ school anu ko school fees prato ya no eduro krampo ayedin enti enye se bo apayo bi no obi awo ne ba ka se onfa ne ba nko school ba esa ahochire nti school da no de esisi ho na se ebe ye ma na obi ebe sika na odi back school no eno ni asema eno ni ade portin ha ye no
wo kola o mo school
me wo ba o school
wo ankasa wo ba o school me
ankasa me wo ba o school
nti ali so wo adwuma wo ye atumi
sa me na say adwuma na kwa ko
na kesa ho kire no kra nkan
come because so obi ba be
GH1 TV. You're watching GH1 TV, and we will get back to the Dome-Kwabenya constituency in a short while. Queen B on the ground speaking to the constituents. If you live in that area, if you live in Dome, if you live in Kwabenya, if you live in Agbogba, if you live in Hacho, you want to be getting through to us on 0288 500 600. Back to Beswa, who is on the ground. Queen B, what's buzzing there?
All right. Hi, King Cap.
Yeah, go ahead. Take it away.
You were saying.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I came back to my man here to ask about the situation of the school facilities. and as to whether children are in school as and when they're supposed to be. And he's telling me that, well, the school facilities, they have them in abundance in the constituency, but the difficulty is the fact that due to the economic hardship, a lot of parents are unable to send their children to school. So that is his concern as well. Another area that he's taking us to. I want to move on to someone else who's just joined us. Me patrol, are we speaking English? And I catchy, and I can't cry. Young catchy. Me patrol doing the same.
Patrol from Alaji Ibrahim.
Alaji Ibrahim. Alaji Ibrahim. Many opinion because I'm not was seriously. School some woman tell me how to say now.
School some dear mommy. Eden wa.
Okay, say Eden ya. I want you to say and I say school in the building because me papa say school need to be brave.
School need to mommy be a home na for me corner near 7. So I saw an opakura na eja woman umudu umako preparatory school. Canteen no cry asem. Because canteen baby I for cry 3 cedi. Nti ni parodo was saying ade so ton ayem to be den. No what me enya bibi ade nkola ya ko school. Nti ahonche sem de wa ha. Ma me say Ghana ha no de aye no. De wompa ne say akase. Ye wodo me hai. De ye twa ne say yabeti se obi adi kan su wa ache mota say ahonchire wo su obi abesu bi say Ghana de ye twen no. Ahonchire aba ne ye twen say obi bedi kan su. Obi su pe obi abesu bi.
O ka sa ahonchire aba e den pa na ma wo no ho chire wo.
De ma me ho chire me ne say sese o man ukoye adwuma ma obi kura se be obi die sika tu aka no. No so ya asem. Ti say nipa ya koya no se me ka chon say ye beti say obi adi kan su wa say ahonchire me ho chire me obi abesu bi. Ahonchire de yi wo mo pa. Obi be fra wo ya carpenter mason obekwa akoye adwuma ma no obetu aka kura no. Eje say won tu obetu na sika na bi ni ho.
But still, no, you still have to survive. And in a day now, nti also oton ade ye nto. Okoye adwuma nipa no kra no onye skinti aka. Nti plan B in anything. How are you surviving?
Eja ye na mu kakra. Eja nyankopon se wo ma ubibi ndi anko ma de pancho. Se di o man se nyame na ehwe. Nyame ankasa na ehwe ne mpanyifo na ankasa mu o man mu de. Abro no mo boy na nyame ankasa na eboy ho ban ya wotimi mai bibi. Yensa koya no.
Yo enti school dan no wo ho no so aho chinti no
kwala no adodo na ntimi.
Yen share hospitals so. What is the state of more hospitals constituency ha?
Constituency ha de yen share den ni government hospital bia no ane atomic de na wo ho no. Eno susa.
Okay.
Na say so aja o manpanyin kofo ba ya obo aye kakra health insurance ni ade no. Ese ni nyina akofo magu.
Okay, say gua health insurance here na you say e bosso ukọ baby bebre say health insurance they say e bosso pa o egu o person chem say gua Dome-Kwabenya ha
omu dada Ghana nyina egu no krepa no mu kan egu
egu sen uka say
egu me baketu o 2 years akola ketu o 2 years etime yare ma me de ko hospital ni atwira duru ma me se me nkoto a na me hu faso bi e oso me ba panyin me wo me yere wo na ko 4 time okọ wo ba free yanti 1000 kura be say ma wo yere nkwa wo sesi a ma me wuni be 5 million 6 million o ba be ka ho ya danfo ba ko atomic na yere ko wo hospital health insurance say ye adwuma sika odi be yi ni banti ne baka hwa ma me se wodi akola no to basket mu e de ni dwane ba ye wodi aduane ko ne de akola ma me no
kure when you when you TV so you abechi wo
no kure ma me say health insurance agu obi ani
me bomb pa say mpenifo no mu tie e say health insurance no che mpenifo na ka che yen say nyoma e koso pa nti bia na endum so
o se nyoma e koso dia o mo ma na koso say the first no na koso a oba akwo wo anu an say wa fa ne ntoma na ne ba ba fie na bibia anya say afi na ayere be kwa akwo e say usuro kra say na ayere be da na ana ne koda na onyema say wakoka hospital man nguase aba
but something na protection wo ho
ma me yenti wo ye ho ban ya wale de ye mo ye ho ban eno an
family planning for na wo ma sen
me wo ma mienu
say na person wo
me de my mad say me wo fo
obe wo fo
yes
na obe wo fo yes ya unya ya wo si emunye
senti ne ye
o diskar be hwen kola na wo
sa ya ma abansesa ba o ma panyin fufuro ba eja anya hwe me wo a me ma betima ko school free o ma nko free kura na me ko wo hospital na metime be me ba fie free adwuma wo krum wonya bia ya nya sika ehu hia so be kwa ko pay free education
John Mahama oso wa enya me bebre o na uhu bi
mi mom die me
uhu bi wo ba bia
mi mom die me she de hu
mi mom die ye na ye
ma me mi mom die
woso wa enya me bebre no o si afia ye be mu samo santo mana o de sika e be so mokotokom na odwen ho se
ma me no mom die e be si uso anka ye she wo ma wo ba be da ncha ma de ache no wo sora kwa wo si aka ba ko bra anadwo no wantima anya no hwe ye de akonwa ahye wo nsam fie no wotwe yɛde akonnwa ahyɛ wo nsa mfie nwɔtwe wantima anya hwe na mfie nan na bɛyɛ dɛ yɛpa ne kyɛw de adu na wontwa so ma yɛpa ne kyɛw
King Kev, I think the latter part of the conversation, I don't know if I'm able to explain it to you, but
please break it down for me.
You're doing very well at your chi these days.
Yes, no, break it down for me.
You should be able to pick it up.
He said people are afraid of sleeping with their wives because of the harsh conditions. I heard that one.
I know you would get that particular one, King Cap. But I mean, he's basically kind of, reiterating what the rest of them have said. The fact that, yes, they have the facilities, but the economic hardship is kind of the main issue. The fact that people can't just find money to do anything. And so for him, there's got to be a change in government to see that kind of change, that they are looking for. So that's my man here. Me pacho mami ni mi papa yin kasa na mi san mouse why? Dada, me ma wachi. Yen ketwi na se yanka brofo. Yen ketwi me pacho din the same.
Pacho friend Samuel Ayikwe.
Samuel Ayikwe. Yes. Okay, we yen krani.
Pacho.
Krani no ketwi sa.
Ya wo sinyane.
Ya wo sinyane about en kran.
Pacho.
Tete.
Numodromo na.
Fane. Mi wo ganyo ni.
O fane.
Yen
ganyo jimi.
Papa
ganyo ma mi ganyo.
Igbo oje.
Cha for friend njasene.
Awo asene yo. Oba na hani wo ke yenja wa ha ya nyen kotwi back right.
Okay.
Enti anopai wo ha ne sen.
Oh, anopai de na me kosro ho me twem akofie. Na me share mo de papa ko no se mo ye program bi nti. Memra na so me fa me ho be shi.
Nti kire wadwen anopai. Dome-Kwabenya constituency no what na ha che?
Pacha matra.
If you be saying
693.
Oh, 1593 na haya na wanti. Wo mani nyina haya na mu nyina wo mo.
Pacha.
Me pacho ensesan ben sa na we hu constituency ha.
Oh, ensesan de ami e bi cause e bi sun koso.
Pacho share all of them with us.
Me say me te Igbe town top ana nso yiri me.
Because so you know, it's not because we fear no waterway.
Waterway mu nti no medium be two free ho ana me call top. Nti na ho na se meti.
Nti what we baby and so yiri and so yiri would
ba cho dey
bi. Dem biom ene how no so we say e bi nkoso nti what start with me an nkoso no. Nti to aso man we an enko ne ekoso.
Me fa ne say how there on off it me na aba e bi wo ha usika sem e bedu ba bia e betuma gire for week e bedu ba bia ne e bebo atia wo ne ne doso
ejuma be na wo ye
me drive o JVC
o drive
yeah
driving
JVC e wo tema
okay nti wo fi ha kotema abrebia jana pe na say wo off no ana wo
ni me ne me boss eti ha nti wo ko ana me drive me boss ba ko wo mu
okay nti na on and off e maybe one mo a nyema ye maybe so on man nyema nye
nyema so nye
then ya ma ensisa ensoso ye no eba
me funny say yeah me funny say best almost 3 months kra me nya pay ye ntia me
na wadwuma na ntia me ka ejuma na ntia wo ka
eno no na ma ahokyere no ebeba no because wa anya adwuma wo be dey didi babro naka by wo ska baby out me bora after now me no ka say kra me baba akon yare a as I say me no cost it but sika 70 no me nya emfa no nkoye
o register no NHIS no so only NHIS card
will be health insurance will be but ewu ntino me
anywhere somebody who dey call hospital ayenhwe no
oh nyame mo eye adwuma but edro bi wo ha encover
okay na obekwa but who dey call hospital na ye be hwe no
ye be hwe no ye be bisa say o bi ana me so an ntino o bi ana eja ya hwe no but edro bi wo ha ye be to say we dey health insurance encover na ya to because oyare emre bi koda enche bia children Princess Marie ye hwe no ye yi no free but edro de metutoy yeah
nti e fa no ye kan say government hospital na e wo ahe nyame nyan boss no atomic no e hospital kwa omo hwemo omo mamo edro na mo hia no for health insurance
no edro ni de obeto I have insurance na cover say bia ye test blood ni o na ma na bia ye ho a on be transfer de obet but edro bia ye be tro say we na obehia obenum obenya ho ni there you buy it
nti ye kan impuntuo pa e fa no Dome-Kwabenya constituency ho a if 93 ya obet na hen how will you rate it
Oh, me de nyame ni mu do me hu bibia aba mpuntu obi a help me.
Titinu
yeah, help me. Yeah.
Nti afi eyi abato ya ye komu. Eden na opese wu hu ansa wato aba.
Okay, I mean no bi wo ha. Say wa wo hwe frustration. Movement say eyeye ema wo. Bibia ko ya when wato abi video wo bakra woni so wan to make a chance me be woni so wan. But obi o papa nso ni so wan to make a chance papa we dey woni so ma me nko ni nchen.
Enti no hwe say woni inside you.
When no ne wo hia no sanka. Ana otumi hu say ade no bi wo ho but on farm ma.
Enti no ma no say omo hia de wo ho na farm ma omo a.
No farm ombebo o papa bone.
O papa bone.
Yes.
Enti sobo ben na no pe wo dey bom mpenifo e wo mantemu ha. And then I person catch on one son what to about December 7.
Oh, a foot only dear, sir, or more while you're penning us a walk room one, who near echo, say I could a or you okay, where on you okay. Even though got a crano or Mabe Mesha be Subese almost several times, but young Hushi, machine betimwa. Now, if it on a border got a it's a long gutter, a free typha, a bit trim. Omunya hwehwe ana ball and yehwegum even though so ye wadwen say na boys be scorpion and omutitia and oba private wa obetu ball ego ombechew but e go do ba bi no omukoye nipa bonifo nti omu so omujaye
o person che me say nkofo eba toilet for gata no
more bebre kra
and mo need toilet facilities for
bebre kra ye wo that's true baako ha e 30% baako so top of
50%. Public
but
toilet.
And one phone call drew enumere by 7 to 8 oba bridge bi wa ha for be pray there's lie omoja omonai wo
nti wo emu ne won na wo ye ukọ gata no wana so ukọ public toilet
me call ekotia
30%. Ba wo fie na wo mu de
toilet no be
fie ra no fie hobi
ne maame te ho
ne maame no so ekotia 30%.
Yeah.
Unim say fie ra na sade say also o si dan no the toilet facility ebe mu mamo.
Oh yeah, and what can be so matremu 2 years. Matremu 2 years obeshebo anu okọ maybe okọ maybe me
fie ra no so kra so ba ne te say wo mpanimfo no.
I am telling you.
Enti abato no de wo to pa.
Abato no de meto me ID card meto.
Okay. Eso o hwehwe na mabi mu ansa. Ansa watu aba.
Enye nipa edo ana me medo no say we ne hu efe or 16 meto ama no but wa hwe we living we movement now o di ato aba. But emfa hu say even though mama wa create me hu me drive call outside the church me hu ni ama we sisi akwan a wo ye but nkrofo na emu na ye wo man no mu no there's no job, no money, obi a company. So intino se nipa hu to na ame kro no so hu to no ba nipa hu to na be de na kro hu ato no. Very
well said, King Cap. I think he's spoken a lot. He speaks to the fact that he hasn't seen any major, development projects in this constituency since 1993 when he moved here. He speaks to lack of toilet facilities in most homes in this area. He also spoke about the gutter, the bridge behind us, and how that on countless occasions, the leadership of this constituency or this area, and indeed the country, have been here, to see it and to see how best they can, fix it. But it's still what it is. So yes, he speaks to the fact that the NHIS, though it works in this area, does not cover, medication and some other things. So yeah, some challenges.
Yes, indeed.
Now at least I have had one person telling me a lot more of the issues in the area. But it's so obvious that there are a lot of things that are available.
Yes.
But the fact that for most of them, it's difficult to be able to access them due to lack of funds. I want to find out from this woman as well what the issue with job creation, for instance, is. Mama Pacho, ebanu ejuma ye ewo mantemu ha. Who is saying?
I had the idea.
Mami so ma why?
I had the idea. Ya hayeti. Ensuite, I want to make bedroom. market ground to me nko se wan ko to shoot tintia want to me what me stress o ma pe
wan ko to shoot tintin
just o ko pe shoe be sha
Wellington boots okay
ansa na wa ko market wanya ne sare na di hold o betene fie wo ndidi
na wo ko market omo ma beto ne ma no se na wo chire omo mutumi ba beto de
omo do mutumi tina teche ne mu sa better yes na ade na okoto kura yetan eti yesre my penny bi obeba no yesre se ya ha na yetini titiri domi ha nsuo samu ha ye nsuo to kakra nsuo beba be fa ye nyama nyina ko ye mati nsuo to fo man ko school e wo se aha na gi se otua ka na edi wa twem eti yesre se ne nsuo ni ha ye no gota no o ma ye kese na tumu abesi akọ nsuo to obebi kura ha na eba be twem aye den afa eti yesro mu se ye gota no omunyema na yeso ye ho to ye wodome ha me so me ha wono
me pacho ejuma be na wankasa wo ye
me chi bayo ewo aheya enti ahara na meti every day
so that say so no to say ha mo pa
say ye ntumi mejuma kra market ni kra de enye kra
okay market no for how long has it been like that if him in fear saying na
ayesa na wo cross ha say ena omuyidi ko ho de siesie ye bia ani ho eti afi na yesi oman pani AC but wo si no o ma anye gota o ma anye hwinti nso to kakra dwom ho nyina wontumi nko kyese o ma sisi gotas ni bi na omude aye kwan na omude omunyama na fa so nti se nso no to de enye kura
na mo kam se mo bebre na ka se nso no to eba mo fie ni ade
eba fie
e fa no nso na eto a eba mo fie no yeah sometimes no ye blame mo aso mo ka ho impenifo no ka cha mo se bebi we ya dan mo siesi e wo nso kwan mu nso to a ebe ha mo let's still you stay there wo fie na hita pot na wo fie no wo kana me hwe se mo ti obi nim bebi wo fie no wo betumi a kire bebi a fie no wo
me ti wo kwa ABC
a chimota ABC
wo fa trader de ne so kwa e ho no mo bebi na me
area ho no the same area ho pot na even the same
frɛ ho Afghanistan
enti bebi a wo dan ni so Afghanistan na nye water we nye bebi a ensese edan si enesi
me die me ntumi nkyerɛ sɛ
impenifo na ba ho no pen abeka sɛ bi adan no munyi firi ho anase bi obi ama ho meka sɛ munyi dan ni firi ho no
obi ama me kɔ ho de obi ama ho ebia me nkɔ ho na obi ba ho de anase me wadwuma mu ena obi ba ho de no de me ntumi nkyerɛ but me ha wan sɛ ye gota no omu hwe no mu nyemai bi se gota ne ye kese a na nso ni tumi twem kwa embu mfa so enko obi fie
enti December 7 ya ye beto abai waka ba ko wo so pese ye gata na ma o dem biom na wo pese ewu hu ene na emema wato aba December 7
December 7 de me de emampeni papa obeba beboa ye enu na ye me ha enti se kufado na beba eye Joma ha na beba de obeboa ya yesu ye be fra ho kire mu no enu keke na me mehia
okay nti wo de ne aho kire nso eto eba ofie market a ho flooded nti muntumi kra edwane mpo nya akono so obedi. All right, so King Kaf, this lady here has a big issue with the market area because according to her it's so flooded anytime it rains that it's even difficult to go into the market unless you're able to buy for yourself Wellington boots. She speaks to the fact that it doesn't even make food sold in the markets even attractive. I think she's kind of reiterated most of the things that have been said already by my guests early on. I'm moving on to someone else. We're still here at the Dome Crossing in the Dome-Kwabenya constituency.
Right.
And I've been speaking to a number of constituents who are sharing with us exactly what their issues are in the constituency. If you just joined us, let us know exactly where you are and as to whether we can come there. Ken Kaf will definitely communicate that to us. All right, me patrol. Ye can brofani ye kechi, ye can cry, ye can chi. Maybe a bilingual be kakasebia. Into ye kechi one who didn't the same.
And the Kwame entry.
Kwame entry. Patrol we juma.
Me pacha.
Ejuma ben na we.
Ni business to force. Na say
e wo hen.
Oh Katamanto.
Aha, na what say ha? We na wa ha no pay.
Ano pay me besra madam fu bi.
Nti wonte mantem ha.
Na
wonte ha no na obede hu problem mantem ha.
Problem ha me an say o mani mu ni mo yedina.
Ah, wo de wo kasa mama ni nti.
Yeah, o mani mu ni mo yedina. Nti wo say sa be say en na be tu bi say e be to be. Yetimi kire ya adwen.
Now our person a woman must for Korean Yemen Noir. Sebi nipa de I was so used to wadwen na woto aba no a wokoto aba no a woto aba ne yie na ekoye ma yenso ekoye nsu ma yen nyina
me patcho mate
nti de me kwa me entwi make me de akafa ho no
me patcho mate yo mate nti wo de won ti heavy but wo feel say wo how efa oman no ho kromo ya ye den and yo mama pani ne crofon me sure so man no pe o mate wo how no yo so King Cav these are some of the issues, you know. Yeah, these are some of the issues in the Dome-Kwabenya constituency, to be precise.
All right.
The Dome crossing area.
Thank you.
A number of issues, toilet facilities, lack of it in various households. This one, in fact, this gutter behind me, right behind the taxi rank here, seems to be the biggest issue in the area.
Indeed.
As well, you heard my guest spoke to the issue of sanitation. The NHIS, which is not fully workable here, they are calling on the authorities, the appropriate ones, to get everything fixed for them. Well, I think that most of them are telling me that they're voting, though.
Sure.
For the good or for the bad, whichever way. The overall objective is to ensure that Ghana, you know, is a better place for all of us.
Which is really good to hear. I'm glad to hear that they are voting. And thanks a lot. I'm interested in that issue of the sanitation, and we'll get back to you later, Beswa on the ground in Dome-Kwabenya. But it's interesting to know that, look, 15% of Ghanaians have access to household toilets. So it fits in with what we hear on the ground, that people suffer with regard to sanitation and where to do their business every morning. And we've got a lot of things to do to make sure that this country becomes truly developed. We'll check in with Beswa later on. Let's get back to Dome-Kwabenya because Beswa is on the ground and she is coming through with a report. Queen B, what's up? What's kicking? What's buzzing?
Hi.
Hey.
All right, King Cav, listen, so I've moved locations. I'm now at Kwabenya, and I actually am standing at this intersection. This side takes you all the way into the Kwabenya township.
Yeah.
And then this is the same road, I guess, that will take you all the way to the new circle interchange, Dubai, if you like. And then I've been surrounded by some residents, some constituents. They've been sharing some concerns. I want you to hear it from them.
All right.
So I want to start with this gentleman on my right. Me patrol din the same. Master Kofi Abebio.
Yeah.
Patrol, what's na mantemu hache?
Maybe what you person, I'm domain wa, I'm a bedroom.
Aha, but so what constituency no more Dome-Kwabenya constituency no more. Me patrol, what to aba there?
Me to aba pa.
Then am out to aba.
You want me to aba, you say me nsu anom na me kwan so am nam so a me de ka be fa so be yi ntema me to aba.
Enti wo sha say wo to aba how many electoral years ni?
Oh, me fa say be 12 years ni.
Okay, what was the first time out to aba?
Me to aba running stamp.
92
na me ha say me to aba.
Hey, when you point. Share. It is what to aba since you started here to aba, so you've done 6 times.
Yes.
It's the 7th one a year coming. It's about to aba election.
December
7.
Me to aba.
And then the bema what to aba. If it's so chance say wo to aba in punto ben na we hu wo Dome-Kwabenya constituency mu ha.
Oh, the mama to aba say na me can say obi obeya kwan. Amaye ye kwan ye nam so ni ensuo.
Menye no. Esansa wo I mean if it's wo started sa wo to aba no. In punto nyama ben na we hu ewa ha niema na ya mpanifo no ba amo be ka kire mo se otu aba mamia mesi kwan meye kwan amamo membre mu nsuo mema mo hospitals schools ni ade no omo ye
bi omo ye bi so omo nye bi wa se no
nya wo hin na omo ye a ama impuntu aba Dome-Kwabenya constituency
ma kwe ba ye no o ma police station ono wa so obesi the friend say atomi down ho no electricity one.
Electricity officer na say.
Electricity officer na wo ho no.
Okay.
Ono na dey buy. Ono na say the post office yo ho no. Esa buy. Na mama so buy no so me school. Nti e fa say ya ni sa.
Nti mo benefit from 200 schools ni bi.
Mama be see school ama nti ya ni sa. Nti e to aba input wo ba. Nti eye. Say to aba.
Yo, me patcho obe mama 1 minute bi a. Many women are not Becca Samasa about some patch mammy a cry. Inanyo. Over and touch over there. Oh, Becca mommy feel no quick camera, me, hammy.
All right, I told me gifty.
Madam Gifty. Often for Oshiki. Over Oshiki. How long ago have you been voting?
Okay. Okay, my phone shiki nature no nature no enyo na ni for oshiki.
Okay. Okay, December 7 na ba fe enyo. Well, 2012 wo phone shiki. 2008 phone shiki. Me ne wo. Me obe voters register. Oba ne kwamo camera me ho
me. Voters register. She know me
I mean voters ID.
Yeah, voters ID and yeko. She in around by then.
No me obe okay. Wo keje ni obon oshiki phone. Me ni ji chake mo ni ona. Dome-Kwabenya constituency name.
Okay, Dome-Kwabenya BN no ni naji woni ne bepi onupa e ba ka ba fe ne kan wo shin so far no ni naji bia na ba gbele school ya gbe ka bi me ko mani amenye ame afford the school fees ame bia na me ya community day mene SHS
president school say ni
ni bia na hu first electricity bill say wo ya legon sha mai ko yan wo Kwabenya atomic. Okay. After that le hu I think chake mo fio eba shi wo ye na agba ye ma mi wa denche wo na agba ye ma mi ji ye Kwabenya bi ne wo be hospital alo clinic wo be ko ye ma ne
wo nya ya no yo atomic
wo ya atomic alo wo ya Ashoma estate
eja kekeje bi
eja kekeje bi ne ewo ke ba hin aka ba ma hospital aha wo ye ma na mi e ba wa denche eja ke be pi e beni casualty e ba ni aba hin fo ni akele ba hospital le no ni baba e ba omu ewo keja aha wo na ka ni bi e ba wa denche koni wonye ni wo ke hishin ye wo akuchuwe mi
ewo NHIS he ni nye ya etu oni ye jeme
NHIS mi lembe mi ekwe wo
nle be ko Ghana je Ghana jibo
le mi sane ni manye ma
akole mi sane ake
because NHIS me if eko
what is the problem? Is it that oleheni obaya no ya feko alo you know small ni o use for NHIS
je naka NHIS many here PE am a complainer. For instance imami neke NHIS na be wale ni what the hospital e cover le happy it was because of that encourage me ake ma feko
mini NHIS cover
cover chofan bibi ko me shin no ni wo he efe no ni esanish ko
she doctor ba kwele pepepe ni esani nye ba pay consultancy
doctor kwele
energy o na agba school okay how about sanitation gutter say muji sane
no sane wa denche ejake wo KVIP no yo bi ene e wo na ye jen bola abawo
bola e bi
abawo bola ba nye
o ye swake jenye ni nye pay
da bi wo pay o
nye pay onyo nye pay o
wo pay o eje bola bo no ke ba ya ke ska no ba pay
ni gbanye ke ya
wo ke ya bi ene no
any KVIP yo
Germany yo
dumping site ni
container machine
okay container ba ma
container machine ka container yi abawo e wo be no ba ya ka hwe small pi ye jen ni jino ko ni e wa wo jen ni bola yo ni hu lo ye jen ne sa ni skwen bola adwele shipo na e ba che naka e wo no ji wo na agba le hun ye ma mi
o fon ra don e wo December 7 ni wo ba fon oshiki ne o ba fon oshiki
wo kwe ke be ye she
me know KBS Olake all right it's a basic right. Every Ghanaian of that age 18 and above as an your vote all right.
Olake right next animal voting. She keji be next Maya.
You ba feel jamo. You want for radon Madam Gifty. All right, so Madam Gifty as well has a number of issues. She's speaking to the fact that the toilet facilities, the same issues that we heard from the Dome Crossing area, it's a big issue here. Sanitation, how do you call it? The rubbish is not picked up regularly in this area, and she thinks that it's a big issue for them, you know, in the constituency. As well, she speaks to the fact that the Kwabenya area specifically needs a health facility, you know, so as to ensure speedy health care and quality health care, if you like. And so these are some of the issues that I think she's put out. She's still very much undecided as to whether she's voting December 7. But hey, we'll see. Moving on to my next guest. Ofe ready, Akogamavi. Ofe ready. Mini Jiogbe.
Ofane, achomi Oko Nati.
Oko Nati. Ofane mini Ofio.
Ofane, Kwabenya ne fanke GPRT ni yobe minji amechama.
Oh, GPRT local chairman Jibo.
Ofane.
Okay, well, mini zinya ha. Mi na ke nye station na hi cry. Can you go ne? Igba anya na.
Igba ona wa. Agbene wo de nche normal J station ni Woyan like station. Permanent ni road ni aba fi ni road ba cost station fin. Wo ba na ke wo be ko nu wo ba dun nu wo ba tun ni.
O ba na gbara mo fi on ha wo, okay? Road e me road afi on e bi.
Na ke ka afi pukwase overhead kenho Ecowas road.
Ni Ecowas road ni ke traffic san e wo afi interchange ke ni bi yellow.
Na kan wo le ake won sumo na afi an wo. She sa ke na ba afi an akwa ke wo wo gbe na ya ke ofe road ke ni Ohama station. Ohama eko ni amba afi market ye ke be na ga be afi follow.
Ewo ni tun afi market be bi e.
Market be bi e ne. Kwabenya ne market be bi.
Ni gba ho ni bi ye bi e.
Wo ya domi. Mo se ya domi ni me nu efi am aka meta me ho ni le am table no jala bibi ko me na me wo. Ni ka wo ba ni wo nyo wo here ya me di mo wo use wo.
Me ni tumo titru yo bi e.
Oh, no tumo titru ni yo bi e na maka ke normally wo driver say amentu amani. Agba ko kwe yin egbe wana ke nto pon ko me ni ye hun amebo ame mode fio agba tipa driver say le mama amebo ame den mode aka ametu amani. Agba ko bi e na ekole ke ta fla che mo ko no be nu tumo no ko be nke mi e ke obla no jibo e ko e wa mi no wo che ticket no wo chu ni wo fe wo na wo da agba bo no ba fe no ko aka na dwon ogbonyo kete e ko ne sa.
Okay, King Kavami, he is speaking to the fact that as drivers in this constituency, in fact, in this particular area, they need a better lorry park, one that is befitting of Kwabenya. Right. He speaks as well to the lack of a market area. And yeah, a number of things that he's put out.
Lots of issues based on
lorry park. Yes, King Kav.
Yes,
lots
indeed. Lots of issues. I can see
a lot of them seem to be. And most of them seem to be resonating from guest to guest.
Exactly, and I think that's where we'll leave it now and catch up with you just before we end the show. That's Queen B buzzing from the Dome-Kwabenya constituency with a host of issues: sanitation, road issues, general development issues. Thanks so much, Queen B.